Drilling since day one. Rudy King Bantu holding down the floor, yeah, you know it's true. Moving like a boss, been here for 2 decades, king of the dance floor. Ain't nobody can fade, dropping beats, wavy flows. It's my style, got the crowd.
Hello everyone, how are you guys doing today? It's your boy Rudy King Bantu. We are back for another episode of Microphone Check Scotland podcast. For those of you guys that don't know, this podcast is specially created for you guys. Our main slogan is the voices of the streets. I want to let you know that your story is very important. Today, I've got a special guest with me. I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to go straight to my guest. Guest, please introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, my name is Gabriela and I'm a nutritionist, an online coach, as well as a model and content creator.
Fabulous. The way you say it, I could add some flowers on top of it, like shh. Such a cute voice. So, Gabriela, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good.
Are you
Thank you for
nervous
having
or
me.
excited?
I'm good. I'm
You good?
excited.
Okay, that's good. So, guys, let's not waste any time. As I said, the podcast is about the voices of the street, and today is about Gabriela. So, let me go straight into the nitty-gritties. So, Gabriela, welcome to Microphone Check Scotland podcast. And I'm going to take you for a journey into your journey, and so that we can let the people know who Gabriela is. So, Gabriela, how long have you been in Scotland for?
I came to Scotland 16 years ago.
16 years ago. So 2025, about 2008. Yeah, 2008. Oh, good. 16 years ago. And where did you came from?
I am originally from Bulgaria.
Bulgaria. Born and bred in Bulgaria.
Born and bred. I came here when I was only 18 years old
Mm-hmm.
To study
Mm-hmm.
at university. And then I've decided to stay and call Scotland my home.
Do you like Scotland?
For the most part, yes.
For the most part, yes.
Yeah.
If you were to choose between Scotland and go back to Bulgaria, what would it be?
In the current economical and political climate, I would stay in Scotland a little longer,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll decide what to do.
Okay. So Scotland is like your cooking ground. You're
Yes.
preparing.
Yeah.
You're mastering the art so you can land in Bulgaria like a queen. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So, what brought you from Bulgaria to Scotland? Was it just studying, or what was it that made you decide that, you know what, I'm going to leave Bulgaria and I'm going to go to Scotland? What made you do that?
So many things. Some of the reasons are because life is better in the west of Europe. The Western countries are more developed. There's more opportunities.
That's definitely true.
For work, for development, and better economy. And as well, I actually come from a very challenging childhood, very hard childhood. I would
Very hard
say.
childhood.
And so I wanted to get away from that as well.
So I know, like, we're not gonna like talk about too much deep stuff that you don't want to talk about.
Yeah.
But
That's made me stronger.
yeah, before you came to Scotland, did you know about Scotland?
Oh yeah, from the movies like
the movies.
Braveheart and Highlander.
So I know Braveheart. Like, I know Braveheart, Highlander with the sword and all that.
Yeah.
But did you know that country is like that? I'm gonna go there and this is what you're gonna think. Did you know how Scotland was, or was it just like, I'm going to Europe and?
Well, for the most part, I knew what Scotland was like
Did you have like family here, or was it just by research and TV?
by research.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've made
So
my
if I
research.
was to say you would have known 50-50?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I was still surprised when I came, though.
Yeah, I hear you. So, so let's say you left Bulgaria
Yeah,
at what age?
18.
18. Did you travel here by yourself?
Yeah, fresh out of high school.
So did you leave your parents, everything? You just left?
No, I've left everything and everyone.
You left everything and everyone?
Yes, at
So
18.
should I yeah, 18 is a good age. You're like, I'm
Yeah.
18, I'm out
I
of
can
here.
do what I want.
Yeah. Would you say were your parents okay with you leaving Bulgaria to come to Scotland?
My parents encouraged me to leave Bulgaria.
Did they?
They wanted me. They wanted me to want to leave Bulgaria as well.
Is that one of those they wanted like you're 18? Get. Or is it?
Well, it's cultural. Yeah, in Bulgaria, that's how things are. When you're 18, the parents want you away.
Yeah.
But to another, like a whole different country,
Yeah.
that was a tough decision
Tough decision, yeah.
for all of us, but we've had to make it.
Okay. So now we've went from Bulgaria. We turned 18.
Yeah.
Parents are like, you know what, Gabriela, you gotta get. You're 18 now. So now you're on your journey to Scotland. You arrive in Scotland. When you arrived in Scotland, what was your first impression? This is good.
Like, it was so weird because I felt free.
Mm-hmm.
I felt independent.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I had no clue what I'm gonna do or how to adult.
Okay, I get you. So you see, when you arrive,
It's like, what do I do now?
no, so you had to like find. You arrived. You had to find a place. You had to integrate. You had to
I had to enter into adulthood as well.
adulthood as well, and you were new into adulthood in a different country.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you arrive in Scotland and you arrive, you're like, oh my God, I need to find my way around here. This is gonna be crazy. Mm-hmm. How did you go on about things? What was the first approach? How did you manage to find your way when you arrived here?
Well, I made friends.
Okay, you made friends. That's good. Was social media already alive back then?
MySpace.
Oh, yeah,
and
MySpace was
Facebook just launched, I think, 2008 or 2009.
Okay.
So,
Because when we talk about making friends growing up back then, I always think, okay.
no, I mean at university. Cause
Oh,
I was going to
university. You was at university.
And I was living at student house, so that
Oh,
was a
so,
good
yeah.
opportunity to make friends.
So when you arrived here, it was direction, university. You stayed in the university and everything.
At student house, yes.
Okay. What
In
university did
Dundee.
you? What university did you go to?
Dundee.
Dundee.
University.
Dundee University.
Yes.
So you lived in Dundee.
Yes, for 3 years until I graduated. Yeah.
Dundee, all right. I didn't know Dundee was receiving people like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you went to Dundee University. What course did you do in Dundee University?
I did a bachelor's of anatomy.
Bachelor's of Anatomy.
Yeah.
Have you finished?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. That's very
I
good.
was cutting up people.
So like a surgeon stuff. All right, that is deep. So that's
Dissections, yeah.
Jesus Christ. So that means like you go like a bachelor on that as well.
Yes.
So that means you can work like in the hospitals or the nurse. Okay, I got some for you. I think I need to get cut somewhere. So okay, this is deep. This is the first time I actually know this. I thought you were just like in nutrition, modeling, and acting, but this is
That
big.
developed with time.
Okay. So
When I first arrived, I didn't know what I wanted to do in life.
Okay. So when you went to Dundee, you moved then, you went to university. How long did you went to university for?
3 years.
3 years. So after your 3 years of university in Dundee, you got your bachelor?
Yeah.
And then what came after that?
Then I decided to move to a bigger city,
Yeah.
to start working
Biggest
and
city.
to try different things.
What was the biggest city?
Glasgow.
Glasgow.
It's
Yay!
the biggest city in Scotland, of course.
Is it?
And it starts with my letter, G.
Oh, gee, I get you. So 3 years later, you moved into G-Town, Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And then when you moved into G-Town, you now you've got your bachelor's of anatomy. You're like, okay, what's the next step? Were you planning on getting a job in anatomy field?
I tried, but actually, when I was doing those dissections, and I've imagined working in a morgue
In the morgue. Oh yeah, they do a lot of
for the rest of my
autopsies.
life, and it didn't seem like a good idea.
Working in a morgue for the rest of
I
your
could
life.
not
Yeah.
imagine that.
I don't mind owning a business like a morgue, but working there, no, hell no. I have nightmares.
No, I'm fine with that. It's just it was very boring.
I know. You find with dead bodies getting chopped off.
I did that, yeah.
You've actually did a bit of autopsies with bodies. God. Yo, this is deep.
Well, I used to be a goth chick, so
Like golf, like proper dark.
like a metal chick, yeah.
You used to have like the earring and the
Everything.
everything. You wouldn't tell.
The chains and spikes and
Oh my
dark
God.
makeup.
You went from being gothic to model material.
Yeah.
Just, it's unbelievable. And how we go through our journeys, just trying all these different things. This is amazing.
Yeah, you have to try to find yourself.
Okay. So you moved into Glasgow, big CE. You're like,
Yeah.
okay, what's next? You arrive in Glasgow. What happened?
Well, I wanted to try all kinds of work, and so I did, just to see what I'm good at, and if I'm gonna develop different interests in what I want to do, because I never wanted to work a job that I'm unhappy with.
Yeah.
Whatever I wanted, whatever I did, it had to be with purpose, and I had to enjoy it.
Yeah.
That was very important for
So what was the first job you got when you moved into Glasgow?
me. Let me see. Well, actually, when I was at university, I worked at night as a bartender
Nightclub.
to help support myself. So I was working during the night, studying during the day. It was very hard. Very
It is
challenging.
hard.
And so when I arrived in Glasgow, the only experience I had was in a nightclub. So I started in another nightclub, then then in a pub, and then at a coffee shop. I've actually got trained as a baker, barista, and a coffee shop manager.
That is
And
great.
that's where my baking passion came from.
Oh, nice. So you do have baking with you, nutrition, anatomy. And
I've also tried other things like reception work and stuff like that, but like an office job, it wasn't for me.
okay. So you're in Glasgow. You got your job. You work in night shift. You're studying during the day. Now you're studying during the day. Is that now you now finished uni or there's more studying?
No,
to do?
when I finished, I came here.
Okay.
I was finished with uni.
You were finished with uni. So
I
when
just wanted to get some work experience and try different things.
okay, nice. So you're in Glasgow now.
Yeah.
You're working. You're
Yeah.
meeting people. You're trying different things. And what was the next step from then? Because now, if I'm putting the puzzles together, you came out of uni. Most of the time, when you come out of uni with a bachelor, you're aiming to get a job with that, right? And when you came out of uni to get a job with that, did you manage to get a job with that?
I didn't want to.
You didn't want to. You was like, no, you've experienced enough.
Yes, I've decided that it wasn't for me.
It's crazy, innit? You spent 3 years of your life studying it.
Studying something, but then you realize, because you never know until you go and study it. You never know whether you're gonna like it or not. It's okay to change.
I hate that. I hate the fact that you have to study 3 years or something and then come out to the other side and be like, oh.
No, but when you're 18 years old, how would you know what you would want to do, even without trying it, without seeing? You have to try it first.
I'm an advocate of teaching our children from the young age everything else that they don't know that's nothing to do with kids. Because so that we can prevent allowing a smart, intelligent woman like you to grow and get 18 and come to study a course in the university just to turn out, you were like, bachelor. And it makes me think, do I have to spend 4 years of my life in university just to get a little hat for somebody to say, oh, here you go, I've got this. I could have just went on and started selling something. 3 years later, my business would be popping.
But that degree actually helped me.
It did.
To learn. I really wanted to learn about our anatomy, what's inside our bodies.
Okay.
Like how everything inside our bodies work, every system, every organ, everything.
Oh, so
I wanted to know how it all works. I was very curious.
So would you say that's what led you to things like nutrition and everything like that?
Oh, and also I also started working as an interpreter.
An interpreter?
Self-employed. That was my first self-employed job, as an interpreter.
That's good. Can we visit that? That's very good.
It's actually very good to speak different languages.
How many languages can you speak?
3.
3?
Yeah.
Can you name them?
Bulgarian. That's my mother language.
Yeah.
And then I studied English and I studied French.
You can speak French?
Oui.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Ça va? Je savais pas que tu parlais le français.
Un peu.
Un peu? Oh, ça c'est bien. Moi, je parle bien français. Je parle français fluentement.
Je comprends.
Oh, ça c'est bien. J'aime ça. Okay, Gabriela. You see that, guys? You speak 3 languages. Some of you guys need to go back to school and learn 3 languages. And please don't tell me Spanish. Take Spanish out of it. Pick a hard one, like Lingala or something. That was good. So you're in Glasgow, you're working night shift, you adventuring, you trying to figure out what's the next step. And then you start your first job as an interpreter.
Yes, and actually my degree in anatomy helped me with that as well, because as an interpreter, I was working in hospitals. I was interpreting while they're doing surgeries, different surgeries. I was allowed into the operation room. And me having that background with anatomy, I was okay with that. I knew all the terminology. I didn't get disgusted or queasy or anything like that.
Jeez.
I don't get grossed out or anything, so that's a good thing. I've actually witnessed 3 childbirths as well, which is a miracle.
Yeah, the first one I looked, but the second one I try not to look.
I'm fine with it. Yeah. For some people it's a lot, but not me.
It's a lot there and then, but as time goes past, you intend to forget. You know, that's my experience.
It's more emotional when it's yours.
True. And
if it wasn't yours, it would be easier to.
Yeah, because last year I also experienced a lot of cutting. My son went through a lot of cutting.
Yeah.
And it was my first time witnessing that live, and the recovery is always a bit deep. But okay, let's talk about your you're now interpreting through the hospital and everything. Let's go through that.
Well, I'm completely self-employed since 2017.
Do you still do some of those jobs? Yeah.
Interpreting.
Interpreting, yeah.
So that's my first self-employed job. That's how my self-employed journey began.
Okay.
And then working in the hospitality industry, I've seen enough, and I've decided I don't want to have a boss. I want to work for myself.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm
We want to be bossing it
I'm
out
too
here.
free-spirited, and I enjoy having my free time and managing my own time.
Mm-hmm. That is good. That is good. Well, same here. I'm a big fan of entrepreneurship. I'm a big fan of not working for people that have no clue who I am and what I stand for. I'm a big fan of I'm not a big fan of school.
Me neither.
I'm sorry, people.
But
Me and school, nah.
In this country, it's a law to be in school until you're 16.
Why? I know it's a law, but the law is wrong.
You can't decide for your children. Your children,
You can
decide for them,
You can homeschool them.
but you still have to go through the same material.
Yeah, but I think the law is wrong for forcing people to go to school.
Forcing people, yeah.
Why does my child have to spend this first 6 years of his life in a school with people he doesn't know, that are never gonna teach him about anything that he won't never use? So, sorry,
I don't
law.
agree with the school system.
Yeah, well, they created it in order for us to be into the system.
Mm-hmm.
So now we are becoming a lot more smart.
So that we become good worker bees and spend all our life, all our time
Working for
working and sacrificing our health
Yes.
and youth and years that we can never take back for what?
Very true.
And
very
nowadays you can't even get to the age of retirement anymore because you have to be like 70, and who's gonna live to that?
true. Do you get what I mean?
So why work all your life
Tell me about it.
for someone else?
Yeah? Someone else that don't like you, don't know your purpose. They're just like, hey, you work for me, get paid. So guys, I had to take off the headphones and rewind the camera because technology be playing tricks with me these days. So let's continue from where we left off because I think we missed like part of it, Gabriela.
Yeah.
So you are working as an interpreter, self-employed, and you're making your moves, working in a hospital, working with different type of people. And then from there, where did you go from there?
At one point, I got diagnosed with a serious metabolic condition, which is called IBS, or irritable bowel syndrome. It's to do with the way that you digest certain foods.
Yes.
And your body can react badly to some foods. And everyone is different with this. But for me, first I went to my doctor to get diagnosed.
Yeah.
And what they did was they gave me some pills that I have to take for the rest of my life and to depend on. But I was not happy with that. And I wanted to take control of my life.
If you don't mind me asking, how long was the period of you being diagnosed and taking those pills until you realized that it was no good for you?
Oh, it was almost immediate, like a week or something.
That's good. Good.
I'm a smart cookie.
Good
Don't
mind.
underestimate me.
Okay. So, and then after you figured out that there was something wrong with that, you wanted to basically fix that issue.
Yes, I wanted to take control into my own hands, and I for me that was wrong. How would you give someone pills instead of actually treating the disease and making them better, healing them? But instead they wanted me to depend on pills for the rest of my life without actually getting better. And that's what's wrong with the healthcare system.
Definitely. I can agree with you when it comes to that. I've always used dancing as a tool for healing when it comes to physical mobility. But when physical is involved, it does a lot to do with your mental, your brain. It connects all the dots together. So I've always been a fan for that. So when you say you had to take matter in your own hands when it came to your health,
Yes.
I'm totally agree with you.
But I decided it's my life and it's my decision. Yeah.
So you took matter in your own hands, and then you changed your way of eating, you changed your diet,
Changed
and
my
then
diet. I got tested for food intolerance. I've found out what foods my body reacts to, and I've excluded them from my diet. And I've been symptom free for 11 years now. And I've completely transformed my life. I have way more energy. I feel young. I feel amazing
well,
and so healthy. I don't get ill.
you
Almost
do
never get ill.
you do look young, you do look like you eat well,
Yeah.
and you look like you look shaped well. So all of that speaks for everything that you've been working for.
And I also started exercising. And that's another thing that growing up, you're you're not taught about exercise the right way. And
True, true.
especially the school system, you have the PE classes, physical education classes,
Yeah.
but they don't teach you to enjoy or love exercise. They teach you to compete with each other and to be nasty with each other. And that's not the right way.
Yeah, definitely,
And that's
definitely.
why I didn't enjoy it, and I decided I'm not gonna do it. So by the time I was 24, I've never exercised in my life. So when I changed my diet, I decided, well, diet and exercise go hand in
Hand to
hand.
hand, yeah.
So I had to change my exercise as well, and it was at a point in time in 2014 when Instagram came out and a lot of fitness content creators came out on Instagram and YouTube, and you could freely just watch the videos and do what they do in the videos and learn that way how to go to the gym and do certain exercises, and that's really helped. And I've actually started enjoying exercising. And
So you went from solving your own issue with the diagnosis that they gave you from the doctor, starting feeling
I
yourself.
actually got passionate about it. I found a passion in it, and when I healed myself, I thought to myself, now I can heal other people as well, and now I can help others as well. And to date, I've helped hundreds of people as well improve their health, transform their lives, and just get rid of all disease through
This is
diet
very-
and exercise.
Okay, so that would have been like your next step from being an entrepreneur, being an interpreter,
Interpreter.
and then going into finding out what the doctor was telling you to solving your own health issue, become a healer.
Yeah.
And then you became a healer, then you ventured into that. So you just mentioned that you started working out for fitness. So it became like your new lifestyle.
Yes.
Eat good, work out,
changed my whole lifestyle.
exercise, and you changed the whole lifestyle.
And that's the way to do it. Like short-term diets or just boot camps or whatever, those things, they're only temporary. You have to make it a lifestyle for it to last. To make a lasting change in your life, you have to just transform your lifestyle, and everything that you enjoyed before that, you have to realize that somehow it was harming you, and just change your mindset as well. A lot of it is about mindset.
Okay. Well, I've been watching you for quite a while now, and I think I started watching you with your fitness outfit videos, the one you put on TikTok. You have your, you do your videos.
Yes,
dress up in
I
fitness.
also have some videos on my social media about exercising.
Yeah, and then that. I think that was my first. That was my first time seeing you, and I know at the time, I used to see you with this your ex partner.
Yeah.
And and then most of the videos that you used to do was very engaging, and then until you got into fitness a lot more deeper. Now, don't want to like speed things up, because now I can see you're now involved into your own diet, which means you're cooking your own food, and
Well, I actually want to spread the message about healthy lifestyle and how important it is, because we cannot turn back time. We cannot cure some diseases, especially if they're too far along. But if you know enough about your body and how food affects our bodies, just educating ourselves about food, that can make a lot of difference, because a lot of the foods nowadays, they're made of chemicals. They're artificial. They don't have any nutritional value, and people think that that's food, but that's not food.
Yes, very true what you're saying.
Food comes from the ground,
Yes,
and from the animals.
Yes. Should be a lot more ground born food that we should be eating.
If you cannot farm it, if you cannot grow it, if you cannot raise the animal yourself, like how would you know it's real food?
Jeez. Well, that's a lesson for many people out there. So just to keep on going and pushing the narrative here. So you're now in the peak of your life, which means you've conquered illnesses and find a solution. You're the solution to your illness and diagnosis. You venture into fitness. Social media has took over. You're now creating content, fitness content.
Yes, I've actually my
nutrition
business took different turns along the way.
Okay.
Because I started my business in 2017.
So would that be from you healing yourself
To becoming a nutritionist? I got certified
for becoming a
nutritionist for
that's
the
beautiful.
Paleo diet.
Okay.
That's the diet and lifestyle that I follow. And what happened was, first, before even I became a nutritionist, because I have a background in being a baker, I started baking vegan desserts and cakes. I made conventional desserts in a healthy way, and I sold them at different expos, different festivals. I had even live cooking demos at fitness festivals.
Do you have like photos and videos of
Yes, I do.
Okay, so if I was to, because I do think we definitely need to bring you back, yeah. But like I mentioned earlier on, I think you should have your own show, healthy eating or nutrition, or Gabriela's World or something like that. I'll produce it.
Okay.
And I'll find the necessary tools that you need to be able to put that together, because
that would be amazing.
As we do here, we want to see people becoming what they want to become, and we want to support them along the way. So that's something definitely I can see you doing.
Yeah, thank you.
And just to touch base into your grand rise, because you've now tapped into nutrition, you've now tapped into fitness, you've also
started baking. But also after that, because business takes different turns.
Yes, it does.
And at one point I wanted to even open a healthy cafe in Glasgow. That was before lockdown. But I've done my research, and a lot of the small independent coffee shops, they close within the first year, especially in Glasgow.
That is very true. Yes.
So it's not a profitable business. It's a waste of time. And especially when lockdown came, I was very glad that I didn't open that, because it would have failed, because all the businesses closed in lockdown.
Yeah.
And so just before lockdown, I was also doing in-person cooking classes in Glasgow.
That is good.
But when lockdown came, I moved them online. So I was doing them like a live cooking class.
Can we find some of these videos online?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have some videos as well, yeah.
Okay.
Especially like on Facebook, Instagram.
Okay. That's fabulous.
Facebook and YouTube.
So I know we're short of time, but I want to embrace.
And then I got qualified for nutritionist, and I've decided, well, I can just teach people how to eat healthy and build them nutrition plans, meal plans, and workouts and all that.
Okay, that's fantastic. It seems like
I've tried different things.
You've ventured a lot, and the experience is what's important. Getting all that experience.
Trial and error with business, it's very important.
And is something that we don't also get taught. It's okay to fail continuously so that you can actually become what you want to become.
And remember, I had no staff.
Yeah.
No one was working for me or helping me.
You.
It was just me, so it was too stressful to do everything by myself. So
if we can fast forward from lockdown after lockdown and throughout the lockdown was 2019 into 2020, 21. So let's say, what have you been doing for the past 3 years?
Well, I've been helping people with their lifestyles, and
So you're like a lifestyle coach now.
Like it's a lifestyle choice.
Lifestyle choice.
I wouldn't call
advisor.
it a diet.
Like a lifestyle officer.
Because diets, they're short-term solution.
Yeah, true.
A lot of people, they start a diet, but then they quit. And
Because there's nothing else
all the results go away.
Yeah.
You start from the beginning. For me, I teach you how to change your whole lifestyle so that you remain healthy for the rest of your life.
So that means there is food involved, there is exercising involved, there is things to do involved, maybe a bit of diary, right?
There's mental health, there's emotional health, there's quality of sleep. There's different aspects to it. It's the whole lifestyle. It's not just what you eat or what you exercise.
Yeah.
It's the whole thing.
Yeah,
and everyone is different as well with what they like or what foods they can eat.
I'm definitely a fan of mental health recently because I know that we need a lot of power with that.
Oh, yeah.
But I also think that health is important. Mental health, physical health, and emotional health. I think that's one part that we don't touch subject with a lot. Like especially us men, we just off with our emotions.
And it's so important to have different methods to deal with your mental health, to improve your mental health, to raise your vibration, to raise your energy. Things like dancing, like exercise, like nutrition, and just learn things that you enjoy, like keep doing things that you enjoy in life.
So people, as you've experienced Gabriela telling you guys about her story and how far she's came, her journey has been fantastic. But one of my favorite part about her story is when she got diagnosed and then she finds solution and became a healer herself.
Yes, and
healed herself,
people.
And now she's a lifestyle advisor, and she's self-employed, and she wants to help people have a good lifestyle, help people with mental health, emotional health, physical health, and everything else that comes with it. It's a good package. I'm a fan of that. Now, Gabriela, for me, it's a pleasure to be able to hear you speak like this because a lot of people will be able to relate to it.
Yeah.
What is the message that you want to tell the world? A message that is deep, strong to your heart, a message that you want to tell the world. And after you've said that message also, I want you to just highlight your business and what's your business involved. So a message for the world, a powerful message for the world that you can leave us with today. But also highlight what are your businesses. So I know you've mentioned baking, nutrition, fitness, and there's a little bit also of lifestyle coaching in there, and just highlight these elements of your business and then we can do like handles and that for your socials.
Yeah, so my message would be health is wealth.
Health is wealth. Powerful.
People don't understand how important, how valuable their health is, and that we're only living one life. And all the time in the world, we can't get it back.
Yes, true.
We have to live for the now and make changes now in order to live a better life in the future.
That is powerful. And you've said this so smoothly.
And you can take your life into your own hands.
Yes, very true.
You
And
have to realize your power.
I do think that everything you've said here today, I will vouch for you. I'll put you in I'll put you in a school so you can teach young people this, teenagers this, adult this, and elder people this.
Yes.
Because to be very honest with you, there's nothing more beautiful and nothing more powerful than the message you just said. Health is wealth.
Wealth.
No, all of this that's going on out here. Anyways, let's touch base with business. Tell me about your business. What are the businesses? What does Gabriela do so that the people out there can reach out and then be able to experience you in real life? And guys, it's not for free. Nothing is for free. You hear me? Bring your moolah just like you spend money on Yeezys. Anyways, please.
My business name is Paleo Lifestyle. My name is Gabriela Nicole. And I am a nutritionist, a qualified paleo nutritionist. And I help people transform their lives and improve their health and get into the best shape of their lives.
And that's solid. That is the luck of your business.
Yeah.
Lifestyle. I keep trying to say coach, but I would say more like lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. It's not a diet.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle choice.
I prefer that compared to diet. Lifestyle, it covers
your
everything.
lifestyle is your choice.
It covers everything within it. So you take clients, right?
Oh, yeah, I take clients.
So if people wanted to reach you, how can they get to you?
They can DM me on Instagram.
And Instagram. And what is your Instagram handle for the people watching?
It's Paleo Lifestyle UK.
Paleo Lifestyle.
Paleo.
How do you spell that?
Paleo.
Paleo.
Lifestyle.
Paleo. Paleo. Paleo Lifestyle.
Yes.
Okay,
UK.
you can. Are you on Instagram and any other social media platform?
I'm on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
So, guys, Paleo Lifestyle with Gabriela. You can find her on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And she is going to be back. I want to do an episode 2.
Yes.
But I am a fan for you to start your own show.
Okay, thank you.
You can write things, ideas.
Yeah.
And then I can do the rest and everything. And I'll also provide the platform and the space. So, because everything you speak about, I'm a fan of it. Here in Temple Community, one thing we do is we want to help people grow. We want to inspire them and we want to see them create.
Yeah.
But one of the main thing above that is eating well, being fit, being physically active, and also challenging your mindset to try different new things. And I think you fit perfectly.
Perfect.
And hopefully in the future we can have hundreds of sponsors for you, because this is the way forward. Yes. Not McDonald's and KFC and that.
Yes.
Anyways, Gabriela, I think I've took a lot from you today. And I thank you so much for making the effort to come all the way from where you came from to come here and giving me this opportunity. Your story is precious and it's golden.
Thank you.
And let's plan for episode 2, because I would really like to hear some of the nitty-gritty that we missed out a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, I would like to hear a little bit about your childhood.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because my childhood was a bit tough and rough. And I've never...
mine's as well.
Yeah, I've never spoken about it. But the more we grow with the podcast, the more...
It's healing to speak about it.
Yeah, it's strong, powerful. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Rudy King Bantu, and I had my lovely guest, Gabriela Nicole.
Yeah.
To reach her, you can find her on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
Yes.
Paleo Lifestyle
UK.
UK. I'll put handles and everything on the video for you guys to be able to connect with her. And I look forward to another one.
Yeah.
And I also look forward to producing your own show.
Yes, me too.
Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget, support and buy yourself some Tempo bubble tea drink. This is a very healthy drink. Less sugar, water, and diluted
Yes,
syrup.
this is actually a healthy drink
Yes.
that I recommend as a nutritionist. Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah.
Get yourself some, get your kids some. Stop giving your kids all these crazy drinks from the shops.
Chemicals, yeah.
Yes, they're nuts. Get yourself a Tempo bubble tea.
Yeah.
And thanks for Tempo bubble tea and Tempo Tea Bar and Tempo Community for supporting the arts that we do. Microphone Check Scotland podcast. I'm Rudy King Bantu. We out. Peace.
Rudy King Bantu, ruling the scene, dancing on the floor. He's the king supreme, 20 years strong, still breaking the mold. His moves are fire, never getting old.